afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast with your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to 1 vs 1 on Faymonville Approach. In the north, it's Angreifen, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the 12th SS Panzerdivision Hitler Jugendwest in the east. It's Nicko, fighting for King and Country, the Commonwealth. The 51st Infantry Division, we're looking at Spearhead and Storm Doctrine, Mobile Offensive Angreifen with Double Infantry Panzerfaust versus Royal Engineers, Tactical Support and Royal Artillery here with triple infantry bulletins there for Nicko. Double section start and Angreifen here is going for a sniper start. A bold strategic opening there versus the Brits. I mean, you can obviously understand why he wanted to just bleed them out and sort of try and avoid, I suppose, fighting out directly with the infantry sections, at least since in most cases the Grenadiers will not be performing equally well in those sorts of trades. So just in this case, he aims for the sniper. That way, just more favourably bleed out the Tommies. Nicko there going for a third section, already rushing up here, of course. And that's when also sort of the usual challenges of the Wehrmacht versus the British. In the early game, they'll just try and rush points that are important. And you can't really attack them head on again. They're just really, too strong because, again, they're really good in cover. And even out of cover, they're not exactly half bad. So just trying to rush, that usually tends to be a bit of a lost cause in a lot of cases. So he goes on, obviously, play a bit more smartly around there. In this case, of course, this could sort of be where the sniper sort of fits in somewhat, but there you go, going to just, in this case, catch that section off guard. And that's usually more what you want to try to do with the British, just try and catch them in prepared positions when they are not in position. That way usually sort of stand a better chance. But sniper setting out there, Universal on the way there for Nicko. Also very much a common play there. MD42 following up here for Angreifen. Going to do so, going for the curve point. Grabbing the northern victory point, having a short the centre one. Snaking southwards there, sniper grabbing the curve point, Pioneers clearing the northern territories. MD42 halfway down there for Angreifen and the 12th SS. Universal carrier almost done there for Nicko. And we almost got the MD42 done there for Angreifen. I mean, a bit of an interesting build dog. Grenadiers, sniper, MD42. So far, one of each. Sniper moving westwards or southwards. MD42 they're finally arriving. There we go. That's going to be another headache there for Angreifen, particularly for how the Universal carrier can be tricky to get with a Panzerfaust, even with extra range. And so you usually have to use something like the 2-2 to sort of try and stop it, or the Pack 40, but the Pack 40 has a hard time at times sort of hitting it. So usually one of the 2-2, but of course that one can then be countered by an AC, which they can rapidly get out. So a Universal carrier can quickly become a thorn in your side if you're not careful. But there you go, sniper getting the section before to cover up the sniper there from being pursued and wiped out here by Nicko's sections. Sniper in fact almost dead, and there you go. Routed here, Nicko is a very quick retreat there before they get suppressed and take any more needless damage. Up north here, Pioneers seem to just be acting as bait there for Nicko's forces, keeping the Universal carrier occupied. We got more Grenadiers on the way there, sniper moving up, so despite being low on health. Noting here that Nicko's been getting plenty of field bursts. And well, he's got some of the points, so he's still getting some, but he's obviously not quite getting as much there as his opponent. Most of the British, that can always be dangerous since they tech up really fast. In this case, it's also bolstered up already. And there you go, a bit of machine gun fire there in US doing some light damage. Vickers K being added, very standard upgrade. Sniper moving up here, again, you have to be careful, particularly with the US carrier about, since that can very quickly off the sniper when the sniper's already, as you might have noticed, very low on health. So there you go, Grenadiers trying to get up closer. The US carrier is quick to back off there against the Grenadiers. They obviously doesn't want to get Panzerfaust, and of course quickly begins inflicting casualties there with the Vickers K. Second Grenadiers going southwards, machine gun carrier in the centre. He's trying to stall Nicko there, and we got the sniper landing a few extra hits here. 4 kills so far. 5 kills, of course need to be careful around the section. Pioneers reinforcing, no take up yet there for Angreifen. That should definitely be a priority here versus Nicko and the 51st Infantry. Section sitting out there. Section sitting out there, and of course bolstered. They'll probably be sappers, but otherwise the AC is very likely to happen next. Bunker up and take up there for Angreifen. So 2 Grenadiers, 1 sniper, 1 MD42 there. And there you go, Universal's going for the snipers, going to try and go for the wipe here, noting of course with nothing inside the base. You might just be able to do it. And there you go, snipers almost dead. There you go, Infantry company in this case to screens the sniper from a rather nasty death. And unfortunately, the center being up new here with the machine, but there you go, up on them and suppresses them there. Without any grenades, he can't really do much with it, but if he had grenades, that he would have been easily able to wipe it. And there you go, AC on the way. In this regard, of course, Nicko knows the steps of this dance, and he knows, like, something nasty's going to come away. And plus, even then, the AC is also reasonably useful versus infantry, so I mean, even if Angreifen never goes for light vehicle, the AC is still going to be good. Somebody's moving up against the section there. And up close here, with the MD4 to back up, the Grenadiers should have a chance, but then the Grenadiers taking a lot of damage here versus the bolstered section. More Grenadiers there moving forward, it's not great yet for them, and certainly for Angreifen getting some light machine guns on them, or, well, he can only get light machine guns. If he had a doctrine, thought he could have got other things, but light machine guns, those should be a priority here for Angreifen versus Nicko. Nicko following up there with sappers. Like to make a nice company up there for Angreifen. Sniper healed up, courtesy of the medics, the Sanitäter. The rest getting pulled back there for repairs. Section running out here through the south. MD4 to repositioning. Not want to keep it in one place for too long. Could make it, a bit of an easy target in case of artillery or sneak attacks with grenades. But there you go, like to make a nice candle going there for the 222. Very much expected. It's a reasonably good candle for the inverse carry, and again, that's slightly why Nicko's just already prepared the AC there, so we can just quickly call in once he gets the resources, because one, unless you get more than one 222, is going to be a solid counter to the 222. Most Valorant players will not invest into more than one 222 to counter the AC, since it's very messy business. Even if you're technically paying more resources with the 222 than the 1 AC, there's no guarantee that setting up 2 versus 1 AC is going to, get you the kill. In fact, you'll have to put in a lot more effort, so in that regard, most players tend not, invest into it. Harassment there going on between both players on the fuel points now, but they're almost wiped out. Need to be careful there. Super close there, and certainly highlights just how aggressive Nicko is. Again, he can just walk up to the sniper and almost take it out, and certainly also just highlights how strong the section is out of cover. Like they used to be only so good in cover, kind of like Ostrom, they're of course tougher, but now they're just good in and out of cover, and I do feel like combined with the bolster upgrade, that has kind of pushed them perhaps a tad too far. Up north, MD42 pushing back the sappers, the AC, they're halfway done. And the Merskale, of course, is still about. Both fuel points control them. Nicko, of course, ensures he's getting a ton of fuel here compared to Angreifen. 30 versus 16, that's almost twice as much fuel here per minute. And that's going to allow Nicko to just race ahead here, and that's certainly not something Angreifen should want to happen. He also probably wants some more infantry. Panzer Grenadiers could be useful as the sections and get them, into the right position. And he might also want to consider at some point some mines, to help deal with ACs. Particularly going for 222s, a few telemines here and there can vastly increase your chance of your 222 living longer than just 5 seconds. But we got Panzer Grenadiers. It could be that Angreifen, of course, is planning Panzerschrecks. That can also work. I don't think I see them a lot there, but that is for the British. But again, it's not necessarily a bad choice. Bickers falling out there for Nicko. MD4 being pushed back, grabbing the northern victory point here. Section moving up, the sniper is back here for healing. 222 need repairs. Gun is being pushed off the fuel point here by Nicko's section, defending it vigorously for the Commonwealth. Oh, looks like we got off a rifle grenade. There we go, pushing them back. Gaining veterans to run for the Grenadier. And there you go, Panzer Grenadiers out there for Angreifen. Looks like we are not going to be seeing Panzer checks on them. There are no sign of... Oh, there we go, telemines. That should help. Unless, of course, they get spotted by the minesweepers. Panzer being forced to back up with the sniper. There's a lot of sections, even in heavy cover. That's going to be a bit risky there. Baker setting up bun grenade here. Geballte Ladung right through there. And nice bit of damage. Sniper gets another kill. But he lacks something to stop the AC with here. And certainly the telemine is not going to be stopping it right then and there. Panzer there getting off some good hits, some good kills. AC moving in there. There you go. Dropping up. And there's good Panzerfaust it. Panzer, they need to retreat soon. They're down to just 2 men. Low on health. Veterans, you won game, but none of you. Still ended up getting some casualties in there on Nicko and the 51st Infantry, but ultimately they were outnumbered, they were outgunned. Grenades still available from Nicko, that was more or less a matter of time. Grenades are definitely a part of the British meta, and again, very much work well with both sections, who are already just very strong offensively, and tossing in grenades on them just makes them even more so. Mortar on the way here to help deal with the infantry and some support weapons. Good idea there, 2-2 up. Let me see what Angreifen goes for in terms of doctrine. Normally he's, for example, going for mobile defense by now, but there's no sign of that, so maybe it's Spearhead or Storm Doctrine. MG42 moving in aggressively here. More Telemines down the road, of course, would be a really good choice there for Angreifen. And Angreifen is one of the few players that is sort of reasonably consistent about mines. But the more chance you can sort of say, you know, catching the AC, of course, would be great here for Angreifen. In particular, you know, 2-2 still lives by then. At which point you can get a lot more aggressive versus Nicko and the 51st. So they're hanging back. There you go, opening up with the actual leads, but you know, refining the main gun as well. Mortar being hold 40 here by Angreifen. Fun fact, it was also referred to as the schwere Granatenwerfer, though we were mostly considering a medium mortar. It was definitely considered that in the early war, but apparently if you sort of look at some force organization charts, it'll still be referred to as the heavy mortar. Panzergrenadier here versus the section backed up with the Vickers, heavy cover there. But of course, this is all just to roost this allow the mortar fire rate, but there he goes. AC sappers moving in there. Tutu's going to have to fall back. Sky retreats as well, because they assume that the cannons are sort of slow down. Mortar fire rating down. We got bombardments there going in, increasing the accuracy, more important, the rate of fire of it. Sabers there, getting shot to bits. Panzer's moving in there. Panzer going to directly close to Veteran 2. That's very good, so good. Almost got the northern fuel pumps, but not got came up. Good play. And there we go. We could see the Sabers go down, and there you go. That's a definite win there for Angreifen. Removes the minesweepers out of the equation, forcing, of course, they have to go for another one. He does that. Of course, it's just a wipe, so I mean, there's certainly a lot of advantages to getting a wipe there on those sappers. In particular, again, that AC hits that Telemine, with just, you know, puts more mines down in the unit. They actually take out an AC. So that could be beneficial there for Angreifen and the German army. There you go, trying to creep up, and there you go, caught here by the MG42 Veteran 2. That should be able to suppress them fast. They're still within range to pop a grenade. That's going to cause quite a bit of harm, though not as badly as it could have gone there. Section are taking further losses. Snobby joining in. 13 kills there for the Fatherland. Sappers flanking from the south. Troops are healing, reinforcing. Got take up there for Angreifen. We got the pack forward in the way as well there. And no sign of mobile defense at this point. I don't think he's going to go for mobile defense and Puma then. So he's likely going to end up, I think, with Spearhead with this sort of shows timing. That machine gun needs to retreat, or might just be accepted. He can't retreat it now, or he's going to just hand it over to his opponent. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that logic. He could have treated it sooner, but anyways, there you go, managed to get out of there. Two Canadians moving up as well. They've got a grenade off here to try and block the advancing German infantry. Noting that so far, Angreifen is largely false here on the field than Nicko, so that of course is not all bad. In the south here, you've got Panzergrenadiers versus the section again. Panzergrenadiers versus an unupgraded section, even there's bolts that usually, if again you can get them to the right distance, the Panzergrenadiers usually have a good chance versus them. Their high rate of fire usually tend to be a problem. And there you go, grenade off. If Angreifen isn't paying attention, but he is, a grenade there could land a wipe, but there we go, Betty 2 gain, that's really good. This is where the Panzergrenadiers begin getting very good, but in this case the section are still doing too much damage. The grenade is just staying at range for too long. Out the second good hits. And there we go, Telemine pays off. Panzergrenadiers on the other hand are wiped out. So too slow to retreat there. And the MG42 there was apparently caught attack moving in negative cover. That's really bad there. So a few bad developments there for both sides. But with Nicko having plenty more infantry, I would say it's definitely in favour there, I think, of Nicko. And he loses the AC because he's got so much more infantry again. The British infantry is really good. Still on gun to get a Pommel Corps soon here versus the Tommies, the Inselaffen, and he should, I think, really replace those Panzergrenadiers at first opportunity. Mortar moving up, need to be careful there. Section moving forward there for Nicko and the 51st. Up north, Grenadiers moving in, noting he is not upgrading any of his Grenadiers for light machine guns. That really should also, I think, be a good choice here, since again, it helps a bunch versus the sections there. And before being up behind an old car, we got Sniper joining in as well. You could actually consider using the incendiary explosive round to try and slow down any sort of horde attacks. And there you go, Doctrine chosen there for Nicko. It is a Royal Artillery with the Valentine tank being called in here. Pioneers moving up to support the 2-2 here. Sniper push back, MG42 needs to fall back as well here. And there you go, section routed. Small chance getting wiped there, but there you go, AC to the rescue. May just prevent Angreifen there from landing a wipe here on him, and Basil's coming meowing in there. Yes, my apologies there. Just gonna nap him so he doesn't stand in front of the microphone, and there you go, he's now on top of my back, my neck. Gonna bring in for the fuel point, pushing back Nicko there. And we got mobile defense. You do get the Puma in the end here, possibly in response here to the Valentine tank. Normally he chooses to be a bit more proactive with his mobile defense choices here, but I guess in this case Angreifen might have planned something else, but the Valentine tank very much ruined those plans and forced him to commit to other measures like the 234-2. Basil seems cross. Grabbing the fuel point. AC rolling back. We got Tilly called in, but Nicko trying to disrupt here, but Angreifen is doing. Puma almost done there. And of course, while the Puma will arm to immediately deal with the Valentine, he does of course further delay attack, but again, he's likely then going to end up going for tier 4 and Panthers and Sturmpanzers versus Nicko. More mines to the Angreifen I think would also be a very good choice, and I think actually at this point you should also consider the Austrian reserves, because it's operating only with 2 infantry squads. That I think is too low an infantry count, and of course while the Austrian in that sense aren't exactly hardened fighters, they could just help them push more raw numbers on the field of calamity and push more on the map and also hold up the section at times because in heavy cover again they can work out reasonably well, in particular versus unupgraded sections. What Panzer going to do is though, that's still good. Again, I feel like Austrian reserves would have been a very valid choice, and he still hasn't upgraded any of his grenadiers with like machine guns, which he really should be considering because he needs every edge he can versus the sections. Every edge. And he's trying to flank here. Machine gun though is rather slow, it's going to like get grenaded. There we go, that's kind of the problem here with the MD-42. It's all the thing is, if he gets flanked in a lot of situations, you have to retreat it immediately or it's dead. That tends to limit a lot the MD-42's utility, which again is why most players tend to just stick to one, because again it's this sort of, you know, it requires a lot of deft. So while an Ego roughly goes off here, saving it from Nicko's tea-covered clammy hands. Section in the north, we got the Valentine moving forwards again here. They're trying to get to the machine gun, it's not quite working out. They've got the Panzers around here for Angreifen. There's a taking nasty hit, need to retreat. Puma moving up there, but it's been hit with an anti-tank grenade or hit a mine. Either way, its engine is out for the time being. Section moving up, grenades here happening. Lots of intense fighting around the centre between these two players. Grenade off there, almost got the pack 40. Does get the pack 40. We got the snub retreating. Section down to 1 man. Panzer Grenadier holding the line for the fatherland. As Nicko and his ruthless Tommies continue their advance, and there goes trying to destroy the machine gun, preventing it from falling into the hands of Angreifen. Back here, sniper healing. Almost virtually free their Panzers. I think they're going to try and recruit the machine gun with the Panzer Grenadiers just to ensure it does not get destroyed. Oh, too late. They'll likely have to replace that one. Mortaring southwards to grab the fuel point. Very good move there. And up north section there, sneaking about as well. Back here, troop shielding reinforcing. Back here, we got table going on there for Nicko. Very good. We'll likely see either fast center or crumble. But fast and fast. We're at the 18-minute mark. And what is this? Angreifen is not going for tier 4. He might actually be feeling the pressure sufficient enough here to actually just go for the Supporter Corps instead of the Heavy Panzer Corps. Certainly highlights here just how much pressure Nicko is applying to Angreifen. Back here, Grenadiers Panzers moving up. Mortar they need to retreat fast. And there you go, quickly routing in the face of these double sections advancing. Second as the Grenadiers in the centre, still not like machine gunners though. I'm starting to get a bit perplexed at that. I mean, it's very much, you know, shall we say, the no-brainer upgrade for the Grenadiers. I'm certainly not a fan of no-brainer upgrades. I mean, at this point, though, you should just go for them. It's also kind of why I'm not a huge fan of the bolter section. It just feels too much like a no-brainer upgrade at the moment. Anyways, Valentine tank moving up. We got more called in here by Nicko to further disrupt Angreifen. And his defences, and of course here with low fuel points, getting 33 versus Angreifen 16. Pioneers move forwards. Panzers then need some fuel point, they need support. Schnell. Grenade over the Pioneers, close to white pit. On the section as well, but sadly neither side has it work out for them. And there you go, Valentine getting ambushed here with the Puma and the pack. Panzers there versus the Sappers, almost got them. Puma should be able to take out the Valentine tank here. Can he though? Can he? There might have been a mess up there in some orders, I don't know. But there you go, Valentine's quickly sneak up in the base. And in theory, you could still maybe get a wipe there on the sappers as they retreat into the base. This looks like the Puma's not having any luck with that one either. At which point you just fall back. Nope. He continues? That's starting to get a bit risky there, Angreifen, particularly when you consider you do more at the front line. Got the Panther on the way to Angreifen for the fatherland. Down to 297 here versus Nicko's 471. And it is advancing. And there you go, gets a quick kill on the machine gun. Gets several, in fact. Oh dear, he's not retreating at all. And there you go, Sniper Johnson gets the last kill. A sniper, 30 kills. That's definitely a key component of Angreifen's force at the moment as the British need to grab that Vickers as soon as possible. Of course, turning against Nicko. And of course, it's going to be, again, similarly slow like the MG42. Which again is why I suspect a lot of British players similarly don't go for a lot of Vickers either. Of course, just like the MG42, it's kind of a rubbish defensive machine gun. In the sense, again, it's just not very mobile and can't react to things very well, which is actually really crucial for defensive play. I mean, to sort of point to history, when it came to defensive fighting with the HMG42, they would actually remove it from the tripod to just use it on the bipod because, you know, much better. More to wipe, a bit of a blow there. We got the Panther forming in, pin machine being added there for Angreifen. Puma there, halfway to 52, back here, troops healing and forcing. Cromwell away there for Nicko. 254 versus 471. Nicko's still in the very fat lead there. Pioneer sitting southwards. Angreifen still not upgrading those grenadiers. Got the Panther into the base. Here looking for some easy hits. Looking to cause some grief there inside of Nicko's base. Not a bad idea at all. Puma there, or Valentine getting Infantry 2. Skirmishing here. Grabbing points back here, grabbing points in the south. We got S-mines down there, very good upgrade or mindset there. But again, I feel like you should be laying down more tele mines as well if possible. I don't think Nicko's paying attention. Oh, he realised it just in time and avoided death by S-mine. Fanning around the centre here, Grenadiers retreating, leaving just one squad to hold the line again without light machine guns. More pioneers for Angreifen to help repair his stuff, very good. Could also be used to lay down more mines faster. And there you go, Vickers in the ditch holding up the Tommies. Flexible use of the Panther to route the Saps in the south section moving up here, sniper push back. And we got the Valentine, the Cromwell striking here. Pack 40 is forced to hold forward. Puma's trying to cover up the retreating machine gun crew here as the centre collapses under Nicko's weight. Still hasn't recruited the mortar, that's a bit of a shame. Puma sitting out there. Up north we got the Panzers that does the section. We get a grenade off here against the advancing Panzers. There we go, grenade in return. Tag weak one here from the Puma, there we go. Got with the Valentine tank moving in here. Cromwell down to half health. Pack 40 is... Oh, he lost the Panther again. Got the Valentine tank. The Puma gains 32. Oh dear, he might just be able to get the Cromwell here. Oh, no. You should turn the Panther forward. Oh. Gets the Cromwell. A big blow there to Nicko. He's just lost all of his armour. He's down to just 4 sections and a sapper unit. But... that's still a lot of troops though, but he is very much vulnerable otherwise to the Panther 4. In particular, Angreifen where to get another Panther 4. I mean, hell, even an Osman right now could prove to be devastating versus Nicko. In particular, once he gets buffed, but you know, we're still some time off from that. I don't know when. Need to fix up the Panther 4 there though. And being hauled forwards, Grenadiers following up, and he's finally getting light machine guns. Big Vibe first getting light machine guns now. Turns out someone lost the key to the Maschinengewehren. Who loses the key? Going. Oh. Another Panzer squad. At least he's consistent in understanding their greatness and utility, which is nice. South's going to, of course, sweep out the mines in the south. Which, of course, why should be laying down more mines all across the place, and that way the sappers can't be everywhere at once, which further then constrains Nicko's movements. Which is definitely something that should be on high on Angreifen's list here. But there you go. Section being flanked with the Grenadiers, both ace level, both light machine guns, causing heavy damage here. Sniper there. Ults moving up. There you go, getting a nice kill. 40 kills. A real Stolz are shown there. And there you go. Panzergun is moving forward there with a Sturmgewehr 44. Heavy damage here being inflicted on the retreating section. Maybe able to get a wipe here. Oh, he used the incendiary explosion rounds. They're hoping the other unit would, get taken apart by all the automatic fire. But in this case, though, Nicko was just a tad fortunate. Sections rolling out there. Machine gun holding up in the middle row there alongside the Pack 40, breaking up any direct assaults there by Nicko. At least slowing them down. There you go, section suppressed because gaining veterans you want, and the other section needs to turn across the around to deal with that. And we got the Panther holding south to deal with the sappers, charging forwards for this fast line, though except it's not allowed to shoot infantry, so the main gun fails to shoot there. Tag up going for tier 4 now, alrighty. Aggressive shifts then stranded by Angreifen from Nicko with another crumb on the way there for King and Country. No anti-tank guns, no Piet, so again he's a bit vulnerable there to Angreifen's armor. Sniper with 43 kills, could actually begin sniping right into Nicko's base, and the fact that seems to be exactly what he's planning to do here. Gaining 44 kills on the sniper. Hey, Panzer Corps next. Guessing a Sturmpanzer would help deal with all the infantry. Crew moving out there, go right neck. Panzer's moving in as well here. Six kills, and there you go. Grenade exchange. Ooh, almost a full wipe there. And we got the crumble out there as well for Nicko. Panther to the rescue. Crumble there moving out as well for its own type of rescue. And back in Angreifen space there we got the heavy Panzer Corps being set up. Cromwell taking heavy damage here from all of Angreifen's assembled armor and other elements. Pushing it down to half health in a matter of moments. Bit of a rude development there for Nicko. A very unpleasant awakening. So I'm wondering when he's going to go for anti-tank into something like that, because he just can't keep relying on the crumble versus all of this and whatever Angreifen gets from here. Section moving about there. Lighter skirmishing, sniper there. Almost taking that. Oh, that was a really risky move there by Angreifen. Would have been a big win there for Nicko. Would be able to, put out the sniper once and for all. But that sniper continues to be an absolute thorn in the side of Nicko.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
The grim, bloody reaper of the Tommies. Brexit made manifest. Panther 4 moving about there. Are we talking the hard kind? Anyways, I've Brexit this. Heavy Panzer Corps ready, resources are ready. He just needs to press the button and summon forth whatever destroyer of Brits he wants to call in. There he goes, go for the Panzer Kampfwagen 5. He wants to absolutely make sure he's got ways of just ruining Nicko's days. And in this case, assuming very much the main problem could be armor. Since most of his other stuff can contain infantry quite nicely, so trying to lock down the armoured options is not a bad idea at all there. But there you go, 6-pound gun finally out here for Nicko, finally a bit more into tank, so even if he loses the crumble, he's not going to be completely left with nothing. But there you go, Cromwell is going in very aggressively, they're flanking the Panzer 4 nice over there by Nicko. Panzer 4, those close spaces up north here. We got skirmishing going, we got grenades here. Section halting the Panzer going to move for the victory point. We got 225 as Affinity 1, and there you go. Snipers almost getting the wipe there. And there we go. Uses the incendiary explosive round to get the finishing kill there. Quickly replacing it with sappers. And we got the Panzer Kampfwagen 5 out here for Angreifen. For Deutschland. So what will Nicko do in response to the Panzer Kampfwagen 5? The pride of the Vaterland. Rapidly moving ahead there. 80mm of sloped face-hardened armour. On the front it is. Turret usually goes a bit thick, I think around 100 to 110mm. Panther there versus the section. Need to slightly turn around this. The whole machine gun also fires as well. Also worth noting in this particular version of the turret, at least the gun mantlet had a bit of a shock trap, so shots that would deflect had a chance to deflect into the top of the tank. And there's actually the same issue that King Tiger saw, obviously the early model with the turret there, and they went about in the different ways on the two tanks. And the Panther they just added what was essentially called a chin, where they just sort of, you know, flatten out the lower half, so that way it just couldn't get deflected. With the King Tiger, they just completely changed the turret. So, little fun fact there. Panther 4 though, actually 2 shots and added. Fun fact, the Panther 4 here, this particular model with the side skirts, that was actually commonly mistaken for a Tiger tank, and which caused many allied commanders or tank commanders to report Tiger kills in Normandy, way beyond excess of how many Tigers actually were in Normandy. Little fun fact. Panther on watch in the south. Panther they're taking heavy casualties. They're doing their best here for the farmland, getting veteran 2. Sniper they're close to being taken out again. Retreat from when they go big, it's going to be with artillery called in to try and stop much more again. Angreifen's central defences. Panther will almost taken out there by the 6-pounder gun Crom there. Big push here by Nicko, supported by artillery of course. Artillery fire there, takes out the Pack 40. There we go, machine gun wiped as well. They're absolutely devastating there, punishing Angreifen for laying his stuff too close there. Despite knowing his opponent likes to chuck in concentration barrages if he gets the opportunity. So right now Nicko unleashes a furious assault that completely shatters Angreifen's Schwerpunkt here, defensive line, ruining his support weapon. He still hasn't crewed the mortar, by the way. Takes out the Panther 4 and opens up most of the map here to Nicko. So that was a very solid attack there. I think taking advantage of Angreifen perhaps getting a bit too complacent, a bit too, you know, lazy, but as defenses and absolutely punishes him for it. So really nice push there. Up north here, Sappers versus Pioneers. No S-Mines laid down there. So what will Angreifen do in response to this? Because he's just been bamboozled here in a violent manner. Puma there being repaired up, closing in on the ace level there for that. That's going to be helpful there for Angreifen back in the Nicko's base. He'd go for more Cromwells and I'd just add more tanks, but with the Panther out, he might be more tempted just to go for the 5. No, he goes for more Cromwells. He goes for more Cromwells.
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
And Angreifen goes for another Panzer 4, interesting enough. Not say Sturmpanzers, another Panther, but more Panzer 4s.
Ready and waiting. Enemy down to 200 points. Scout car awaiting orders.
And we can see there both the weapons got destroyed, so now I'm just going to be enjoying that machine gun or that anti-tank gun. Panzer 4 halfway done, Puma good to go again. Back here a bit of quiet. Big 2 points wise is 195, this is 358. Cromwell heading southwards here. Section advancing, Panther down there for Angreifen. Für die Deutsche Wehrmacht. Puma there and watch the back up. The Panther's going to be snapping north of the section, basically trying for a bit of distraction and detail, overwhelming isolated units. There you go. Starts off with the incendiary explosive round and just, you know, hoping to get a whack there with it afterwards. But they've of course got the Panthers on the retreat path. You can even try and get really bold and try and catch them with a bomb grenade and retreat, though I don't think that's quite good within Angreifen's tactical toolkit. Even then, the Panthers of course are veterans, he can do quite a bit of damage and might just get the wipe here. Nope. Close one though, close one. I feel like you should have gone for the sniper shot first, regular one, and then gone for the explosive round. That way, you know, increasing his chance of actually scoring the wipe there, but that's just me. But there you go, Cromwell going for the sniper, shoots, misses. Need to get some armour here to deal with Nicko's armoured assault there. Puma, Panther 4 moving in. Panther moving from the other side, there you go, 6-pounder gun up behind the Panther 4. Swiftly reacting in, there you go, second Cromwell here could flank and cause further disruption and chaos here amongst Angreifen's forces. Puma charges forward here, pops smoke screen there. Panther 4 shoots, misses. Puma there almost taking out. Panther moving up, needs to be careful with that aim support. It's oh dear, he's not moving the Puma. Gains veteran free, he's got the ace level. Need to get out of there. No, he's going to try and go for the Cromwell. There we go, retreats. Need to get the Panther out of there. Scheiße. I think he's trying to manage too much, and now the Panther 4 is moving ahead despite being heavily damaged. Gets a nice hit here, but needs to pull back the Panther 4 as well. Ah, he got the main gun up. Yep, he should have pushed down there. Go Panzer 4 taken out by the 6-pounder gun. Another blow there and another win here for Nicko, who's now managed to equalise, shows you roughly the 4 sizes. Punches there, go for the bomb grenade and gets the anti-tank and crew, but sadly not fast enough. In fact, they have to retreat now before they get wiped. And he loses the Puma as well, so Angreifen is down to just the Panther now. He's lost everything else. And he lost the sniper as well there. Really strong push for Nicko. Strong push after strong push has completely devastated Angreifen now. He's going to have to work hard to regain what was lost. He's going to need to fix up his tanks fast as well. Take something out there. Need to fix up the Panther as well. Panzer they're being reinforced close to the ace level. Section is going to be a C. And there you go, second sniper out for Angreifen. Für das Vaterland. So will we be going for more Panthers? Will we go for Sturmpanzer? Will we go for Stugs? Will we just try and push out Panzer IVs? I think with all these cromwells out, he probably wants something that's sort of hard counter him a bit better. So again, I think Stugs and more Panthers would probably be the better choice here. Though at least he destroyed Nicko's anti-tank gun, so Nicko's a bit less well equipped for taking on the Panther. But of course, good flanks for the Cromwell can still do a lot of work there. Counter-attack tactics are being used for Angreifen, very nice. Helps him just grab points faster, which is actually really handy to do. And he's also recruited the mortar finally. Took him bloody long enough. So there you go, points being swiftly secured. As you can see, normally it would take maybe a minute to grab that. In this case, no, it takes maybe 10 seconds. I mean, of course, first it has to be decapped, but again, it just then gets grabbed a lot faster afterwards. Again, just a fraction of the time it took to render it neutral, you just grab it on. Panzer there being assaulted, need to retreat though. Bad idea to have a key around, and they got the Panther moving in there, flanking the Cromwell. He really wants to render neutral, but I think he's risking too much. And there you go, we got the Sturmgeschütz on the way there for Angreifen. For the father, there you go, Sap's waiting around the house looking to ambush the Panther with an anti-tank grenade. Nice play there by Nicko, though not enough damage to the Panther to really do it, even though it penetrates. Up north here, points being seized. Troops swiftly setting out there, and others rushing back. And there you go, goes for the Panzer 4, catches the Stug though for the Panzer 4. Maybe the Stug was never what was intended, who knows? But I do think the Stug would have much more helpful as the Cromwells and backing up the Panther. Oh, he's now being caught here. Need to retreat. Could get taken out here. Oh, gets away. Panther moving forwards. Panther tank setting up. Their big bunch of section backing up as well. They can lose it to retreat. Panther they're halfway to T2. Panther faster than the Cromwell. Ooh, should be able to take it out. They can lose force retreat. Pioneers need to get there as well. There's a really bad spot to be in. Almost got the Cromwell there. Other one not moving in. We got the anti-tank. Oh, there we go. It is moving in. And there you go. Cromwell down. Nice win there for Angreifen, leaving Nicko short. One medium tank. Panther there is very close to T2. And another Panther 4 there arrives for Angreifen in the 12th SS. In the centre, Nicko continues his gains here versus Angreifen and the German army. Panther there need to repair still. Panther moving in, but looks like he's counter-attacking as swiftly as possible as the Cromwell. Damaged engine, he sees an opportunity to get a wipe. Second since the anti-tank is nowhere nearby, so it makes sense, but you should definitely not be sending in the Panther too close there. Shoots, gets a Sapper actually instead of the Panther, or the Cromwell. Which certainly could be lethal. I mean, even in the attack you aren't directly hit, is actually in some cases lethal. I think there was, in one case I read a book, there was a tank that took a hit. I think it was the driver had his head out. And just to sort of see a round, I think it was an arm pism, it was an anti-tank round. Hit the tank next to him, and basically the shock wave from the round, well, smashed his brains in. I mean, he didn't, on the surface take physical level, but the shock wave just mushed his brains, causing him to emit some quacking sounds before he just expired. Very nasty stuff to read about. Panther there, though, eventually 2, but also heavily damaged. Still nice push there against Nicko, so he's slightly pushing him back a bit. Most of their landing on decent hit. We got veterans who won 2 kills there. But he needs to get that Panther fixed up now. More Cromwell's away there for Nicko and the British Army. Got 76 versus 354. Fixing up the Cromwell, very close to Veteran 3. Panther 4 charging on the base here. Looking for a few extra section wipes. Oh, could take the sappers on there. Gets a sneak kill there. Oh no, he's going to push too far. He's going to push too far there. He's going to pelt it down to tank, but even if he gets the Cromwell, he could be taken out then by the next one. Still, looks like he's going for it. He doesn't care. He just wants to murder as many Tommies as he can. Still Angreifen is stabilising, but he's down to 66 versus Nicko's 354. So even Nicko has a smaller force. That could, under the right circumstances, my apologies, they give him a chance to get back into the fight here. Versus Angreifen, seizing the northern point with the mortar, and to take their seizing points as well. And there you go, another Cromwell out here for Nicko. And Angreifen again for another machine gun. Southern point secured, almost got the fuel point as well. There you go, shoots, hits, Panther 4 misses. Panther's still in down repairs. I think it's sort of, roughly sort of back then. He's getting repaired with the Pioneers, but until then, Nicko's Cromwell has got free reign here against Angreifen. Mortar raining down here, some death from the victory point, or the fuel point in the north. So what will Nicko go for next? I mean, the faster you can bleed out Angreifen, the better. And there you go, Panther almost done here for Angreifen for the 12th SS. More artillery here to try and break up what Angreifen is doing. I wonder where he's calling in this time. Who on the machine gun, or at least around the area they was expecting the movement to happen. Oh, they could see the Grenadiers are wiped out with a bit of bad luck. There we go, machine gun wiped. Grenadiers almost taken out there. Bit of a blow there to Angreifen. At least the machine gun can recruit if it doesn't get destroyed. He's also lost the Panther Grenadiers again. He keeps losing those, doesn't he? He needs to work his influence again. At this point again, I really would just recommend to get Austrian reserves. Truth be told. He just needs more infantry right now, I would say, in raw numbers. Victory points there being hard fought over between both sides. Panther here slowly approaching Veteran 3 as it murders the British infantry ceaselessly with its machine guns. And second being hold fort, machine gun dealing with the section by the fuel point. Straight to mine, nice mining there by Nicko. Angreifen has been mining as much as he could, I think. Sabs there as the gun is the light machine is just making so short work of them. And we got another Panther 4 there for Angreifen. He's a true believer in the Panther 4. Panther there on the move, needs to be careful not to get too aggressive here with it. He's certainly lost himself a few things at times, I think, too. Getting too overconfident there versus Nicko and the British Army. And would be, I think, a really bad move to toss away the Panther because of that. We got 51 points left here though for Angreifen. 51 versus Nicko's 310. Got some S mines down there, very good. Could also do with some S mines on the victory points. But I would say the victory points might be slightly more important to S mine than the field points. And there you go, tank moving into lots of sappers nearby, does escape with the Panther. Halfway to the ace level. Bit of fighting here, but there you go, bigger infantry push there. Collapses Angreifen's southern position. Another crawl on the way there for Nicko. Section there was the Panther 4. Bad spot. For the second it is. Second Cromwell almost down there for Nicko. They can arm again to get more aggressive. If he handles it correctly. And we got a machine gun bang around the centre now for Angreifen, realising he has to take harsher measures to actually ensure that the victory points are defended. He's down to just 51, so I mean, he can't really afford to lose many more. There you go, Cromwell getting hit the Panther Fort, lands a nice hit, but takes a nice return hit. Gets one back, Panther moving in here, quickly blitzing to meet with a 6-pounder gun moving up, shot sappers on the way. Mortar taking a nice hit from the Cromwell, northern point being open there, except of course for the S-mines if he's not careful. Same Cromwell, there you go, see the Panther go down into the 2 Cromwells, there you go, kaput. Panther there getting pelted with armor piercing round. Oh, anti-tank grenades actually suffers engine damage, decreasing the ability of the Cromwell, then murder away at the mortar as well. Lots of intense stuff there. We got the Southern Force there, waiting for the cooldown to, I guess, cool down and just pop more grenades. But there you go, machine guns suppressing the advancing sappers. Saving the Panther here from too much damage. The Cromwell's being pulled back into the base. Certainly intense fun here continuing between these two players. And now the side giving the other one a very much respite section here. Finally decide to go elsewhere. You can also just, go on up here and hit the victory point. Cromwell's awaiting repairs. He's got more sappers on the way for Nicko to assist with repairs. That's a very good idea. Panther receiving it here at the front line.
A capture point is being overrun.
There you go. Pioneer's been caught in with the sections.
RE sappers reporting in.
20 kills, and there you go. Into the machine gun here. Routing Nicko's centre push here. One to tank that's being laid down. Very good there by Angreifen. Very good. Cromwell's being fixed up. Will Angreifen just keep going for Panther Force and feed them, it seems, to Nicko's war machine, or will he finally be going for something else? And he goes for another Panzer IV. The south section here. Oh, catching off a lot of pioneers, getting a few kills there. Very good. Cromwells are good to go for Nicko. What will he do with them next? Where will he go? What will he try to destroy? Whatever will Nicko do. There we go, heading northwards over the Cromwells again. They're going to lead us there with heavy fire. Forcing a route there of Angreifen's minimal infantry complement. As we've got troops heading northwards there. Sappers clearing out any S-mines here that Angreifen's laid down to the Fantine. And south moving for victory point there as well. Panther pulling forward aggressively. Could theoretically be flanked here, but the Cromwell's got 6-man guns moving to try and stop that. What does he do? What does Nicko do? Panther for their own Angreifen. The south point being seized. Panther moving in there. Got the northern one rendered neutral. We got 51 versus 180. Another 6-pounder gun there for Nicko to help try and once more deal with the Panther, but probably also going to deal with any others involved in. And there you go. Bit of a mistake with the 6-pounder gun, and Nicko sees an opportunity and quickly outmaneuvers it. Of course, he has to be mindful of mines. He hasn't laid down any ones here after the one that took out the AC. But there you go, 6-pounder gun down. Leaving the Panther one versus 2 Cromwells. That's definitely good there for Nicko. And he could also try and seize the anti-tank gun there. Panther moving forwards. Cromwell need to get a bit of distance here. Veteran 2-1 Cromwell. Panther there look very, very close to the Veteran 3 and the H level. 6-pounder gun moving forwards. So trying to support here. Panther down to half. Need to careful not to be close. And there you go. Heavy damage to several shots. Several shots now penetrating easily. Oh dear, we've got Smotion down. Needs a blitz. Sorry, blitz. He can't. Cromwell continue heading. There you go. H level on the Panther. Cromwell down. Panther there trying to gain more distance between the Cromwell. Victory point down to 44 here for Angreifen. Tanks are missing the Cromwell. The Cromwell. Oh, gets the Panther. Big blow there to Angreifen. Panther should have probably kept a bit more distance here with the British tanks, so he could more easily get away, but it didn't happen. Also, of course, distance means the armour is more effective, which is really what the Panther wants to be utilising. So, either way, the Panther's down. Victory point is now being fairly fought over. We got the machine gun on the way. We got anti-tank opening up beyond the Panther 4. Grenadiers on the Grenadiers. Sections are bleeding out. Oh, that's into victory point. Got 37 points left though here for Angreifen. 37. In the south, Sappers right here by the machine gun. 35. 34. Sappers flanking here, trying to let them same. There you go. Panther 4 to the rescue. Snuffs that poor Clarkson. Troops reinforcing, healing. 6-pounder gun there ready. More pioneers there for Angreifen. His forces though are dwindling, but they're still in some ways larger than Nicko, at least in terms of
Enemy threatening a capture point.
population. Grabbing the point here. Section moving up. They've not been fully reinforced here. Nicko is clearly feeling a bit forced here. We got Cromwell on the way.
We're losing a capture point.
Gunner is routed. Oh, reinforcements. People like use the 6-point gunner to clear out the machine gun bunker. He tries to use the centre victory point. First shot misses. Minesweeper's there clearing up, but he's also laying down mines of his own. Bunker missed again here by the 6-pound gun. That's a bit awkward. Cromwell almost done here. Shot missed again. Wow, that's 3 misses in a row.
Cromwell gun tank ready for action.
Got the point under neutral. 166 versus 29. Panzer rushing southwards. Section pinned down. Pioneers contesting here. Oh dear. Mine went off. Cromwell moving in for the Panzer IV. Need to be careful of the Cromwell. Nicko forcing. So careful, careful. Last hit. Nicko has been catching the entertainment in a bad spot. Back here, troops reinforcing. Healing. Or he should be reinforcing. Sappers charging forward to the Sten guns, promising semi-swift death to the German infantry there if they, don't shoot back. Cromwell landing a few extra hits. He's got artillery calling here. Left versus Angreifen. If he can set it up correctly, he might just be able to, do some heavy damage that way to Angreifen. But if he fails, of course, that could be very well a GG moment there for Angreifen. We're at 29 versus 166. We're slowly approaching the 1 hour mark, and there you go, artillery called in here by Nicko. Wherever shall his guns sound off? Oh dear. That was just an absolute waste of 100 munitions for Nicko. He's firing an absolutely bugger all. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. That could very well end up as a bit of a GG moment there. Another point 6 there by the Pioneers. Cromwell flying back here for repairs again.
A capture point is being overrun.
Push for the centre here, Cromwell in infantry nearby, and to tank as well there. Push for the north here, we got a few Pioneers laying down S-mines. 29 versus 147. Gunners almost taken out. Oh, losing one of his remaining gunners here. Squad will be quite costly there for Angreifen, I think, at this point. There you go, it is a wipe. Angreifen is next to him from left, whereas Nicko still has plenty. He has still plenty of section there, 30 kills on that one, for example. Routed from the centre, seizing the south, going for the north. He's trying to get close there, avoiding most of the S-mines. Good work there. Mortar nearby, that could make things more difficult for Nicko than they otherwise could be. 133, 132 versus 29. Almost got the south one, but he's about to lose the Sampers here to Angreifen, set Panzer IV. And there he goes, splattered out. A direct hit, and we got mobile or counter-attack tactics to help seize the point swiftly. Got the Gunners rushing from the south. 28 left for Angreifen. 27, still no replacement infantry, no Austrian reserves either.
We're losing a capture point.
Another Panther there for Angreifen. Not necessarily a bad choice, but I'd still love to see some infantry. There we go, Grenadiers on the way, Cromwell rushing in here. Mine goes off, actually does a bit of damage to the Angreifen Grenadiers. Crushing one beneath the treads, only just 2 men. And the rest are forced off. Panzer moving in, veterans 1 halfway to in the south, standing off nothing. In the centre, moving forward to the point, we've still got the machine gun bunker in the way. He needs to clear that one out, he wants to make any progress. 27 versus 113. Cromwell laying nicely on the Panzer 6-gun gun nearby. Almost got the Panzer IV here with the Cromwell. Panther almost done. And there you go, Panzer IV done, just as gains Infantry 2. 100 points left. Can the Cromwell escape? Oh, it doesn't. It goes down. He still hasn't dealt with the machine gun bunker. There we go, shots fired. 27 versus 94. Mansfield begin to clear out the point there. Need a grenade here, I think that's the grenadiers. And the bunker finally bites the dust. He's just charging anything to defend the centre victory point. Everything. And there you go, just sets up for a nice grenade throw here. Rifling it off in return. Oh, lands a nice hit there. And the Panthers moving in. More crumbles, more entertainments for Nicko. Even as his resources are strained to the breaking point. His battlefield quartermasters urging him to consider the welfare of the British Empire with all the men he gets murdered on this battlefield. 79 versus 27. Machine gun coming south. 6-pounder gun radar means now 2 anti-tank versus the Panther. No S-mines here, no replacement bunkers. Might be an opening air for Angreifen. I mean for Nicko.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go. We've 75 points left. Enemy
75. Cromwell setting out there. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a very close one there. Panthers are on the patrol looking for Tommy armoured infantry to, you know, snuff out. Push for the centre of the 6-pounder infantry. Cromwell heading south. That should be able to clear out that machine gun pretty nicely. We got bunkers on the centre again. We got S-mines by the munitions point again as well. And there you go, machine gun finally. Could also lay down the smokes from the Cromwell first. We've got counter-attack tactics as well to help see spots faster. 27 versus 64. There we go, smoke shield there from the Cromwell. Backed up with the 6-pounder gun just in case the Panther decide to make an appearance. I guess there was the bunker there. Machine gun bunker being upgraded here close. One of these still under heavy fire. Almost wiped out. Bunker almost done with the 6-pounder gun. We've got grenadiers still flanking that one. Needs to Cromwell up back here to defend. 27 versus 50. 49. Ooh, this is going to be really close. Cromwell up. Savage moving in as well. Grenadiers almost wiped out. Panther moving forwards. 6-pounder gun number 2 moving up. There we go. Heavy fire on the Panther. Pioneers charging in, 35 kills there, 32 and 25. 40 kills. Pioneers swapped up, unit team wiped out there. Bunker, oh, lost another unit there. Command tank called in, I think, but in sheer desperation here by Angreifen. Bunker down, guns are close being wiped out. We got 22 versus 47. Sabres heading northwards, I think, needs to just skip the fuel point and go straight for the victory point. Panther moving in, a direct hit here from the 6-pounder gun, and the Cromwell's moving in too aggressively here. I can't understand the desperation even then. Oh, he loses the Panther, there's just the command tank left. Unguarded units are dying at an accelerated pace here as he just throws in everything. Except the kitchen sink at Nicko. Because they had to hand over the kitchen sink for scrapping so it can become more munitions. Panthers almost got the 6-pounder gun here. Well, Panthers have also got it. The Panthers long gone, but the Panthers are. 11 points left. Rushing for the centre point. We got grenades up here. Command tank down. Grenade off from the 6-pounder gun. Wipes it out. 9 points versus 47. He's trenched down here in the south to make him difficult to dislodge. Almost got the northern point. Ooh, and we got the mortar being rushed in. And with this, Angreifen concedes defeat. The GG game over. An absolutely closely fought victory here for Nicko. At several times it looked like Angreifen was winning in the end. Nicko pulled through, exploiting whatever mistakes Angreifen made. He certainly made a few there. I feel like he went for too many Panther forces, but in many cases they quickly got taken out without really doing much. I think Sturmpanzers or Panthers, I think, would have done more good for him in the longer run. And, you know, he could have preserved his Panthers a bit better. And I really feel like he should have gone for some Ostrom at some point as well. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell your friends, tell your family. But don't tell your enemies. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. And this is Imperial Links and Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.